And also, if those of you who are on, if you're on the page, if you could tell people to refresh the screen, just give me 1 minute, and we will get started. Member coaching. Let's see. Hold on. Hey guys, can you please refresh the screen and make sure that you can hear me? I will be right on. Just give me 1 minute. All right. Hey guys, if you could just help me out getting people to refresh the screen, I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, hold on. I'm waiting for people. I think people are in the other video because I'm getting mismatch in numbers here. I'm seeing 9 people on this, and then 75 people on the comments. So let me just hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Hey guys, please refresh the screen. I'm just going to wait a minute, guys, just to get started. Apologize for being a little bit late here. But of course, I always am on time. Actually, the last job I ever had, hold on, I got to turn my air conditioning on here. The last job that I've ever had was in 2009. Just give me 1 second, folks. The last job I ever had was in 2009, and it was at Greenpeace. Excuse me. It was at Greenpeace, and I got fired from Greenpeace for being late. Can you believe that? And I was the only one, getting subscriptions to the environment or whatever we were doing. I can barely remember, but they fired me for being late. So I was homeless, working at Greenpeace, and fired. Not the funnest combination in the world. We got down to about having no money, that led to a series of interesting decisions, as I'm going to talk about today, that led to Empower Network. So I'm glad to be here. So I'm going to just get going. And I really think that most of the people who are on this are actually watching the replay from yesterday. So maybe through this we could be telling people to refresh the screen together, and they could all start piling on the actual live training. So this is actually live. The date today is Thursday, February 27th, 2014. So you guys know this isn't some kind of a recording or anything. Today, my purpose in being here is to orient you. Okay, it's not to go into a lot of training. It is to show you what's possible and to just kind of get you oriented to the idea of what Empower Network really is, okay? Because if you know what this is, you'll know what to do with it, right? And most of you don't know what it is. Actually, most of the people who have been in Empower Network for a year don't even really know what it is. They can't really figure it out because we're a little bit of a different animal. Sometimes the problems that people have, they come from just lack of clarity, you know what I mean? Because we are different, and we've done things because of those differences that nobody's ever done before. Nobody's ever done the sales that we've done, on the internet and had them be as sustainable as we've made them. People are baffled by it, and they're baffled by it because they don't really understand why we're doing what we're doing and why it works the way that it does. So today I want to explain that to you, because if you know that, then you'll know what to do with yourself here, and you'll also know if this isn't for you. See, the one thing I can come from is a position of power, being the co-founder of Empower Networks. I could just tell you, if this isn't for you, you're welcome to go elsewhere. A lot of people come in Empower Network, they learn something, and then they go on, they do something else. I was reading a book back in 2002 or 2003 when I first got involved in direct sales. I can't even remember the name of the book, but it was talking about leadership styles, right? Leadership styles. And it mentioned, and I might be misquoting facts here, so excuse me if you know the actual facts or if you know the book name, and you can even write it in the comments. But this is a book they had me read in. I'm just going to leave that there. Actually, there's a book they had me read when I was in Amway. And it was talking about GE and how for a long time GE ran their management in a way to where they actually weren't trying to control people to keep them around. What they did instead was they put them into an environment where they literally taught them everything that they needed to know to go off and to start their own venture. Even if they wanted to start a competing company with GE, it was okay. And they started, because of that philosophy, they were responsible for creating more split-offs of people that started different entrepreneurial businesses and went off and did, created their own companies than any company in history. People question them for that strategy because they say, hey, why would you want to train your competition? Well, the response was interesting, right? It's because when you're giving people what they really want, you get the best people. So they never had to struggle with getting world-class people. And that's one of the reasons why I believe that Empower Network has the best, most talented minds in the world of marketing. And they come here and they stay here. The reason is because we help them to achieve what they want. We help them to achieve what they want. And part of that is because of the philosophy here, part of that because of the goals here. Part of that is because of who we are, okay? So I wanted to congratulate you for being here, and today is really about you, because Empower Network is about you, all right? So real quickly here, and I've been playing around with this format for the Fast Start training here. I've almost got it down to what I want to do it with. And after I do that, I'm going to systematize it, and we're going to do some neat stuff to help you guys all make a lot more money if you're an affiliate here. And if you're a customer here, we're going to help you succeed more in your business through this process, right? So I'm right about there. So real quick, let me tell you the story of Empower Network, and before I do that, I need to drink some cranberry juice. No, there's no vodka in it. All right, although that's not a bad idea. Hold on a second. So this is the story of Empower Network. It's the story of me, and it's the story of a lot of you. I've been in the network marketing industry, direct sales industry, since 2002. I got involved in Amway in 2002. I actually really like that company. A lot of people join that company and they quit it and they badmouth it. A lot of people kind of badmouth where they came from. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in badmouthing anything. I actually learned more there than I've learned from people on the internet. I learned an incredible amount being involved in that company. So kudos to the leaders over there. And I got in because of a dream, because I saw a possibility of being able to create an income that spanned the world based on people buying products and services that they found valuable in different states, in different countries, in different time zones. And I saw an ability to build a business that would expand so large that it got beyond my influence, to where I wouldn't even know all of the people that were in the world, on the other side of the world, who were going to work and making me money. I wouldn't even know who they were. It was this fantasy that I fell in love with, that I got involved. I didn't get involved because of the products. I didn't get involved because of the comp plan. I got involved because of that vision of the ability to build a business while you're lifting other people up, right? Well, they told me, I called my upline when I got started. He was a Sapphire, and some of you guys know what that is. Some of you don't know what it is. Some of you don't really care. But I got started, and when I got started, I called this guy. His name was Dennis, one of my good friends still today. Called Dennis up and I said, what do I do to get started? And he told me what you guys have probably heard if you've ever been in direct sales. If you've never been in direct sales, let me just save you the pain by telling you the story so you can laugh about it and say, do people really do that? Yes, they do. Still, okay? And let me tell you what happened. I called him up and I said, what do I do? And he says, well, got a pen and a piece of paper. I said, yep, I got a pen and a piece of paper. Hopefully all of you have a pen and a piece of paper, although I'm going to have you do something different than this. He says, I want you to make a list of everybody you know and invite them over to your house for a meeting. And then we're going to show them the plan. And I said, we're going to invite them to my house. And he said, yeah. I said, well, I don't think it's going to work. He said, why not? What are you talking about? I said, well, I've just been a missionary for 2 years. All my friends are missionaries, or they're in college, and I'm in a new town. So the only person I know here that's family is already in. So if I invite him over to my house and present to him, there's not really much use in that, is there? And he kind of chuckled and started laughing. He says, yeah, you're kind of right. We're going to have to find a new strategy. I said, what's that? He says, well, you need new friends. Right? So I said, well, what are you doing? Well, how do I build new friends? I mean, I've been doing the missionary work for 2 years, you know. And this is what he said. He said, well, there's people everywhere, you know, in coffee shops and Safeway and Walmart. I mean, just look around, find people and talk to them. Now, that is about the worst advice that you could give a person like me, not because I'm stupid, but because when I have somebody who's like a mentor, I listen unconditionally. Because I have seen that be a massive catalyst for change for people when they find a mentor. So for me, when I find somebody I perceive as a mentor, if they tell me to do something, I just do it. And I'll try it until I figure out that after a lot of pain that doesn't work, because I want people around me that are wise, and if I don't listen to them, they're not going to give me good advice, right? So I wandered around looking for people to talk to, you know, hitting them up on street corners, and, you know, I'd be in a mall or whatever and, you know, go talk to some salesperson. And I don't know if you guys have been a poor salesperson in the mall getting attacked by Amway people every day. But I'd say something like, you know, hey, you seem like a sharp person, you know, do you keep your business options open? Which, of course, everybody says yes to because they don't want to feel stupid by being closed, right? So if you say, are you interested in home-based business, they'll probably say no. But if you say, are you keeping your options open, everybody says yes. But they're not really. So they give you like this, you know, facade, and they're like, yeah. And you say, what's your number? I'll give you a call. I got something to talk to you about. And then you click the call, and they don't pick up the phone. They block you, right? And so I spent 3 years trying to build a business like that, not realizing that there's a better way. And after 3 years, I had spent maybe $5,000 going to conferences. Actually, wait, a lot more than that. I spent probably $8 or $10,000 just on products, you know, soap and vitamins, and then another $5,000 on audio tapes, and then another, you know, $3,000 on events. Always wondering what the secret is. Always wondering what I'm missing. Okay. And after a while, I figured, you know, after 3.5 years, I was in a bad spot financially because of making bad business moves, right, and not really listening, and jumped to a new deal to try to solve it. So I jumped to a new deal, made a few $1,000, and then that didn't work out either. And I jumped to a new deal, made a couple $1,000. That didn't work out either. Jumped to a new deal, jumped to a new deal, jumped to a new deal, and I became one of those guys. You know what I mean? Like, what do I mean by one of those guys? Well, it's like the friend where they walk in the room and everybody looks at him and say, oh God, what's he in now? You know, I was like one of those guys, you know. So as a result, I didn't really have a lot of close friends. I didn't really talk to my family a lot because they're like, well, what are you in now, Dave? You know, I was really, I look back and I think actually how I acted and behaved was annoying. Like I'd be annoyed by it today. I mean, if I had a friend that called me up every 3 months and was trying to get me in a new deal, well, I mean, I'd say, hey, dude, you know, you want to hang out, or why are you calling? So that's actually what I did. And I did it because I thought it would work, because I was told that it would work. Finally in 2006, 2007, I got a mentor in the industry, Eric Worre, who helped me learn how to build a business. And I didn't really succeed, but I at least made some money. Offline, doing hotel meetings. But my life just got burnt out. Because I was doing this for a big picture. I like wanted to make, you know, $100,000 a month. I was like this big picture thinker, and I just couldn't get out of this grind. You know what I mean? I just couldn't break out of it. I couldn't get out of making $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000 a month for the life of me. And there's a reason for that. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So I ended up quitting for a little while, and I was like, I'm going to be a raw food hippie, right? And what happened actually is I got so broke that I was homeless for a while because I was always trying this stuff and never able to put it together, and always making excuses about it. I mean, I look back and you know, it's really hindsight's 20/20. But some of this stuff I can highlight. People on the call, you're just like me. This is my story. And so, you know, 2009, I was homeless, broke, and fired from my job at Greenpeace. And I'm still late to everything, right? I still do that. And here's what happened. I got fired, and I was out of money, and I was living in a van in Hawaii on purpose at first, and then I forced, because I had no money, to move out of the van, which was the original plan. And I was broke, you know, just so busted inside and financially and beat up. And I got a ticket one night for being homeless from the police, you know, because you're not allowed to sleep in your car in Hawaii from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's like that in most places because I mean, nobody wants to have homeless people sleeping in their cars in their neighborhood, right? It's just, it doesn't matter how rude it sounds, nobody wants it. Even today, think about it, do you want it? So there's rules against it, right? And it makes it tough for homeless folks. And so I got a ticket, and that ticket was like for the sum total of all the money I had left. So I was done. And something happened to me that day. And I can't really describe it, but I just changed in a moment. And I knew that I was going to make it. Because I decided that moment that no matter what, never again. You ever had a time like that in your life where you're like, it's my time, never again? See, I'd had the knowledge for a long time. I'd had the ability for a long time. I just never really crossed over that threshold to where it's time. It's time. And I just started acting differently. I started working all day and night for a few months. And this is before the internet. And I joined a business, and I was, you know, hawking things I was trying to get people on the phone. I was calling friends and family. I was doing all the stuff that I knew how to do, and it still wasn't working. And wasn't really making the money that I wanted to make. I was making $200, $300 a month. Borrowed some money from my parents so I could move back to Alaska and just kind of like live in a spare room and work on their internet connection, you know. So I moved up to Alaska, and it was a couple of months of just kind of fiddling around, maybe 2-3 months. And one day I did a conference call that changed my life. I was doing a GoToMeeting. I used to, you know, get a GoToMeeting subscription for $1 trial, and then before the month was over, I'd cancel it and then get a new $1 trial, so I'd never have to pay. You know, I had like $8 trials like that going on because I couldn't pay for anything because I was broke. Really hilarious. Kept getting new credit cards from my bank every time I'd run out of all my $1 trials, and then they'd send me a new card, and I'd use the new number so they wouldn't block me from the $1 trial again. And some of you are like, right? Not a good idea. There's free stuff for that now, right? You got freeconferencing.com and Google Hangouts. You don't need to, you know, Google Hangouts can handle more people than GoToMeeting, and it's free, right? You don't need to spend money on this stuff today. So this is 2009, not 2014, right? Big difference. So in any case, something magical happened. I'd spent all day calling job applicants, inviting them to a business opportunity presentation. Something that, by the way, if you're not going to tell them what it is, it's actually, I think it's illegal, because you're essentially pretending you have a job for them, but you don't have a job. You have a business opportunity you have to pay for. It's different, and you can't pretend that this is a job. It's not a job, right? And so but I didn't know that. I mean, I was just trying to make things happen. So I'd spent all day getting these people to this GoToMeeting, and they all got on, and about halfway through my presentation, this guy, he says, "Why are you trying to scam us?" And I stopped and I was like, "I'm not trying to scam you. What are you talking about?" I said, "I'm just doing a presentation for my company." And he says, "You're trying to scam. Guys, he's trying to scam." And he started yelling and screaming. I think he's just a lunatic. But at the same time, something like that can have a lot of influence, right? So I was trying to figure out a way to mute him out, you know, and then finally I hit a button and I kicked him off my webinar, right? And I was like, "You see, guys, what an idiot, you know, it's not a scam, right?" And everybody hung up. And I was just mad. I'd spent like 8 or 10 or 12 hours getting people to that thing, and that was my shot for making money for the day, to find a new partner to join my team, right? That was my shot. And I was just messed up and angry, just mad. And I looked at my life and I looked at the last 7 years and I said, there has got to be a way to do this where I'm not constantly having to try to convince skeptical people who don't want to do something to do it. There's just got to be a way. This sucks. This is awful. How can I expect anybody to do this? And I was right. I mean, if I, as the most persistent person that I've ever met, have a very hard time with that, how can I expect somebody who's not as persistent, who's not a little bit weird, to ever even think about it? You know? There's got to be a better way. And that's when I ran into the concept of attraction marketing, right? Which is a really simple concept. It's just a word somebody invented for learning target marketing, which I'd never been exposed to because I didn't go to college and I'd never studied direct response. I'd been in network marketing, which if you know network marketing, they're not marketers. They talk to people. They're not marketers. They talk to people and they sell to their friends and family. It's different, right? And I got exposed to this concept, and here's what the concept taught me. It taught me that if you can find a person where they have problems and pain, and they're looking for a solution right now, and they're ready to buy the solution, and you can find them at that moment. You don't need to be a good salesperson to get them to buy. They just buy automatically because you're there when they're ready to make their decisions. Best kind of target marketing there is. The farther along they are in the decision-making process, the easier they are to sell. If you find somebody who's not been exposed yet, and then you have to move them through every exposure, it's a lot more work and a lot more exposures, a lot more time-consuming, and it takes a lot more money to sell than if they have been through all those exposures and they're right at this point where they're ready to make a decision, right? So I ran into that and I said, you're kidding me. And I found out how many people are looking for ways to make money. I found out how many people were looking for network marketing. I found out how many people were looking to join a good leader who was there to help them, who was there to lift them up. And I found out how to target them with ads and with marketing, with capture pages, with blogging. And here's what happened from that. Long story compressed into very short time frames. 90 days later, I had a night where I made over $12,000. I started making $500 to $1,500 a day. This was not within Power Network. This was selling not 100% commissionable products. I went from my best month ever recruiting 4 people ever in 7 years. Best month ever, 4 people. To my best day ever recruiting like I think 30 or 40. It was just an unbelievable difference in transformation. The same amount of work was producing my annual results daily, right? I started sponsoring. My best year ever, I'd sponsored 20 people. Best year ever. I started sponsoring 2 to 4 people every day, 7 days a week, straight for 2 years, right? With less work by applying this formula. But there was a problem. That problem led to Empower Network. And you'll say, well, what was the problem? Well, what I was doing, I believed in, and it was good, right? Because I never do something I don't believe in. I'm a little bit of a different cat. Like, I'm not running Empower Network for money. I don't own it for that. If I wanted to go make money, I would just do what I was doing before, just do my own little thing, right? It wouldn't matter. It's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for the people. Here is the problem, and this is the problem, the most important problem, is I was doing really well, but my team was all broke. Now, I don't mind that entirely, because if you're not working or something, or you're not willing to work, or you're not willing to go through pain and struggle a little bit, you should not be in this kind of a business, because you're going to go through some struggles and pains. You're going to. And what's going to define you as a person, as a character, is how you respond to those struggles and pains. I mean, maybe you'll go through a divorce. You know, I did. Maybe you'll have you know, just some crazy thing in your life. Maybe you'll get slammed by creditors. Maybe you'll, you know, get sued. You're going to have, no matter what happens, you're going to have problems if you have a business, right? Sometime in the future. What's going to define you as a person is how you respond to those problems, right? And my problem was my team wasn't making money. And for some people, that's okay. They can just keep selling thin air. But for me, I am not okay selling thin air. I'm not okay with it. I sell a dream. That is how I build my business. Now, that dream has to be backed by things to function, right? If we don't have real products, the dream isn't real, right? As you're going to see in Empower Network, we have the best products in the marketplace. If we don't have a real opportunity, then the dream is thin air, right? Does that make sense to you? I am not okay with that. And so for me, I was selling a dream based on these things, and the products were good that I was selling. But the other part, there was no real opportunity because I looked at my team and nobody was making money. So I stopped doing anything. And I asked a question, and I asked a question, and I asked a question, I asked a question, I asked a question, how can I change this? And that question was what led to Empower Network. Because one day I was walking to the hills after months of thinking and not working, and this company downloaded into my brain, and I knew that if I started it, I could create success with other people. Because I always had a dream of having the richest team in direct sales. And I'm going to tell you I do. Not the biggest, but for the amount of people, the richest. Because of how the company operates. And my goal is to get that to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and to create armies of success. We have $1 million ring we give out. When you earn $1 million in commissions, it's the closest thing to a rank we have right now. In the future we'll have ranks, but right now all we have is $1 million ring. It's kind of funny. It's like, most people are like, ooh, you made $1,000. Well, we got like, 700 of those every month or something. I think this month actually it's like 450. It varies from 400 to 800 depending on what kind of spikes and what kind of promotions we're doing. We have just a lot of people making money. It's just not normal, right? But these $1 million rings are different. This is for when you earn $1 million in commissions. Okay? There's 10 of them in Empower Network. 10 of them. My goal is to create 100 a year. And to do that, we have to get bigger, which is why I'm doing these fast notes, because I want you to be oriented, right? So every day at 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday, at 7 o'clock my time, Eastern time, that's what time zone we're in, you can send your new people, call your new people, build a relationship, get them here, okay? And we'll just keep doing these for the next while I'm figuring out what's going to be the best information for people, which is never tactical stuff, right, in my opinion, because that's not why you're here. You'd be somewhere else for that, right? What this is really about is this is about aiming you in the right direction. So for the next 30 days, the next 60 days, the next 90 days, you can be on track to hit your goal, okay? Pointed in all the resources where you can get all the tactics that you need to make that happen, okay? So why does Empower Network work? Empower Network works as an affiliate program, okay? It works because we've got great products, because we provide value to the marketplace, and because we've got great processes to sell those products. And we pay out most of the money that comes in from the product sales are paid out to the field, most of it, okay? The company operates off very tiny margins, and we've done that really successfully here. When you bring in a member to Empower Network through our sales processes, which I encourage you to use our processes, when you bring in a member here to Empower Network and they buy, that person is permanently coded to you through all the stuff that they buy here. And so if somebody buys the $25 blog and they buy the $100 Inner Circle membership and they buy the $500 product and the $1,000 product, $3,500 product, you can earn from one customer over $5,000 in commissions from all of our products. And so we have a lot of people who've created abnormal incomes here at Empower, and the reason is because they bring in a customer, then they bring in another customer, and our goal is this today. It's to focus your mind in one direction, and that's if you're going to be an affiliate here, which is what I'm talking about predominantly, to focus you on getting new customers all the time. Because that's really your task here, and our task is to help you provide the infrastructure, the training, the products, the quality to keep your team around, to help them grow, and to help you do things that you've never been able to do before. And I believe something. I believe that if you'll focus your energy here, that you'll create extraordinary results that you're not going to get in other areas and other places. That because of the different intentions people have in running businesses. See, I learned something. 2009, I became the #1 recruiter in my network marketing company. I started recruiting 2 to 4 people a day, passed by everybody, run a recruiting contest by triple the next person. Company decided to shut down. Became the #1 recruiter in another company. Okay, that company, the owners just would never pay the people what they really deserved and what they really were worth. Became the #1 recruiter in another company at the same time and had multiple incomes going on. That company, they just interfered with the culture in my organization because I'd get my team duplicating, and then they'd want everybody to do something stupid like send out invitation cards to a home meeting or something, and I was trying to get them to build in a way that actually worked, right? So my team would start growing, they'd go to an event, and then they'd all quit, right? The opposite of what events are supposed to do, right? And so I had problems, right? But I was making a lot of money, my team was broke, so I started this company to solve those problems, So that's why we're here. So a couple of things we're going to do tonight, and we're going to be short because I want to orient you. Number one, I want to ask you a question, and we're going to take a couple of minutes to answer these questions. I want you guys to set goals, okay? And this is a specific kind of a goal that you're going to set here, okay? I'm going to assume that most of you are here because you're affiliates or you want to be an affiliate of Empower. So what I want you to do is pull out a pen and pull out a piece of paper, and I want you to write down your income goal. Now, you can also do this exercise if you're here to promote something else, and you're welcome to promote anything you choose at Empower. It's fine, right? You can use our systems, our tools, and our training to learn how to do anything you want. We have a lot of people that do that. But pull out a goal, pull out a pen, pull out a piece of paper, and I want you to write your goal, okay? I want to make X amount per month by this date, okay? So maybe you want to make $10,000 a month within 90 days. Put an exact date on it. Maybe you want to make $5,000 a month. I find most people's real goal when they start is somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 a month. 10% of the people or something that come around, I've surveyed our database and I know they want to make $30,000 a month. 3% or 2%, they want to make over $100,000 a month. Most people want to make between $5,000 and $10,000 a month. Whatever your goals are okay. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, along with everything else I ever say, is look at our income disclosure anytime we're talking about money. The reason I do that is for two reasons. Number one, I want to weed out whiners and complainers from our community. If you're going to think this is a lottery and you think you're going to get free money or something, you just quit. We don't want you around. Because the truth is that if you're going to do that, it's damaging to the rest of our community, our image, and our brand, and you're not going to succeed anyway. So you might as well just quit and we'll give you a refund. Not a big deal. The second reason I do it, though, is because anytime you are talking about money, even if you're drawing out a plan, even if you're doing it in a really honest way, it doesn't matter. Everything you say is true. You federally are required to disclose the averages. So we actually publish a live income disclosure on our website at empowernetwork.com/income that you can look at. You can also click at below this video. Anytime you ever talk about income here, please refer to that disclosure. We good on that? So let's start there, all right? So I want to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month or $5,000 a month, put an exact number down, okay, exact date. And I'm just going to sit around for a minute drinking my cranberry juice because I'm losing my voice a little bit. I've been making sales videos all day. And when you're finished writing it down on your piece of paper, go ahead and write it in the comments. Hold on a second. Somebody said they lost the video. You guys still here? Still going. Still, I'm waiting for some goals, In the comments, write your goals when you're done with it. But you can we're going to take a couple of minutes, and there's a little bit of a delay, so I'll wait. Okay, we got some. Lori Lewis, I want to make $5,000 a month by April 30th. Okay, let's do it, Lori. Awesome. I'm glad you're back. Meryl Connolly, I want to make $10,000 a month by August 30th, 2014. Okay? Who else? Who else is willing to share their goals? We only got a handful of people on here, so it's a good time to share. Okay, Vishal Patel. You from India? Or where are you from? That's a cool name. I want to make $9,000 a month by July 7th, 2014. By the way, as you're doing this too, write what country you're from. I'm interested. Okay, let's keep going. Goals, folks, goals. We'll have bigger crowds on these in the future. Right now, we're not really promoting them because we're systematizing all this stuff, and we're gonna make a workbook for it and things too. Goals, folks. Goals, goals, goals. 5,000 by April 4th. Gary Stewart. Okay. Good goal. I like these goals. They're honest. You know, they're not outlandish. Now, outlandish goals are good too. People think differently. If somebody would ask me this, I would have been like, my goal is 100,000 a month. Right? Not really. Actually, when I started, my goal was 30,000 a month. It was a lot smaller because I'd never made any real money. 5,000 by April 4th. Okay? Good. It's good enough. Good enough to start. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. Okay? I want to break down for you how to hit your goals. Okay? And make it just way simpler for you. Okay? What I want to do is not explain our comp plan because it doesn't matter. It matters in the sense that you will get paid and the comp plan works. Okay? Vic did not understand our comp plan until he had made $2 million in Empower Network. It's irrelevant if you understand it when you start. What's important is you understand what pays you. Okay? And 100,000 a month, oh, we got one until 2015. I want to make 10,000 a month by 25th of June, 1,000 daily within 3 months. I want to get 2 members every day by March 8th, 2014 in Washington. Okay. Now, let me talk and make it overly simplistic on how to hit your goals. Okay. And this is going to be a breakthrough for most of you if you listen to this. Okay. And I want you to be very simple about everything. Okay. This is how to hit your goals. Take your goal, right, and divide it by 30 and figure out what needs to happen. How much money do you need to make on a daily basis in order to hit that goal? Daily. And then I want you to remove any assumptions about building a downline or building a team, okay? And I want you to figure out how to hit that daily number by yourself if nobody does anything. By yourself. In other words, if your goal is 10,000 a month, if you divide 10,000 by 30, you're going to come up with about 333 bucks a day, right? About. Your task here is to figure out how to make an average of $333 a day by selling our products. Every day of the month with nobody in your team doing anything. If you do that, if you aim for that, you'll hit it, if that's your intention. The curse of this industry is people thinking, I'm going to sponsor a Dave Wood and get rich, because probably you won't. Dave Woods are created. Somebody had to be a part of creating who I am. I had to be involved in a community that nurtured me, that helped me learn how to do these things, right? You've got to create that if you want Dave Woods to pop up. Does that make sense? Okay? Just take your monthly goal, break it into daily, and hit it by yourself and figure out what needs to happen. That doesn't mean you need to hit the goal every day. It means you need to average it every day. Does that make sense? So I'm going to show you how to do that today, right? Today. Now, here's the next question I'm going to ask you. Well, actually, here's what we're going to do, okay? Because I want to be quick, and we got about 15 or 20 minutes here left. I'm going to tell you how to hit your goals and what you need to do next and where to get the information you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually log into Empower Network's back office, and I want you guys to log in with me, and I'm just going to kind of show you what we do. Hold on a second here. I got to close this down. I'll go here. Just give me 1 minute to open this up. Empower Network. Oops. Test. Here we go. I'm logged into an account that doesn't have any of the products, guys, just because it's more useful, because I just want to show you guys some stuff. Okay. So this is an account that has no products in Empower Network that you see right here. All right. So here's what we're going to do here's what we're going to do for the next 10 to 20 minutes. All right. I'm going to walk you through what we actually do, what our products are, okay, and how that fits together to help you make money as an affiliate here at Empower Network. All right. I'm also going to tell you what you need to do, what you're required to do, and then I'm going to give you some encouragements to make some decisions to get to the next level in your business. All right. So let me walk through. So hopefully you guys have this open in a new window. Hold on. I got to actually shut off my air conditioning because it was hot in here, and now it's freezing. Hold on a second. All right, so we're here. We're here, and let me just kind of give you an orientation of this stuff so you kind of know what's back here. Sometimes people look at this, and we're going to go through a redesign on this, and that'll solve some of the issues where people really don't know what's going on. They look at it and they don't really know what it is. All right, so I want to kind of explain what everything is, and if you know what it is, you also know what you need to do next, and you can make a plan. And I encourage you guys to make plans here, to always plan out what you're going to do, to create systems in your life and habits of things that you're going to do every day. And I'm going to talk about some of those habits here over the next couple of minutes. But first, I just want to kind of explain how to get around the back office. You need help, you can click here. It's going to take you to our support desk. This record audio, it's just you can record an audio and it'll pop up in the news feeds of people in your team, in your organization. Up here, we have an event that's happening in Seattle, New Orleans, and Charlotte. I want all of you to commit right now and purchase tickets right now to one of those events. You all need to be there, and there's a reason why, and I'm not going to get into the reasons because I want to be fast, but I want to encourage you to come to every single event and empower. It's just one of the core commitments of a leader here, and you can buy your tickets there. Now here's what you guys do need to do. If you're seeing in your back office, if you see a button by a product that says activate now, that means you're not active in that product. It means you don't have that product. And if you click this button, it's going to lead you to a page that's going to have a sales video where the sales video is going to explain the product or the service or the affiliate program or whatever and give you the opportunity to buy it. If you guys want to make money with Empower Network, and that's why you're here, to make money selling our products, you actually have to activate your affiliate account. It's required. This is a non-commissionable $20 a month fee. You can click here, you can activate your affiliate fee, and that's going to give you access. We have an e-wallet where we can pay people all over the world, where we deposit your funds and you can wire them out into your bank account. You can send yourself checks. You can get your money in all sorts of different neat ways. You can send it to different accounts, whatever you want to do. Also, though, it pays for our infrastructure. Sometimes people say, how does Empower Network survive? Well, we survive by the affiliate fee, right? So this is what keeps us around. This is what pays for the employees, the customer service, the call centers that call your new members and welcome them aboard. This is what pays for the development of our technology, development of our servers, which is incredibly expensive. And there's a couple of company products that are important to our infrastructure as well. And one thing that I do want to tell you guys, even though we're a high commission company, the company needs to make money. And I want you guys to realize that sometimes people get in an environment where they say, oh, you're doing this. And guys, company needs to make money to survive for a long time. So this pays for the company. So I would encourage you to activate that now if you're not an affiliate. It's $20 a month. Now let me explain what these other things are, these other products are, and then I'm gonna just kind of walk through the cost and the price. And as I'm doing that, I want to talk about how much commissions they pay out. Because if you guys want to understand how to make money, you need to know how much commissions each product is going to pay out. Now our comp plan is a little bit unique where the commissions from one product only go to one person. So there's no downline splitting of a product. In other words, if you sell a blog, it pays a $25 monthly commission. That $25 a month goes to one person. Okay? It's not split between 5 people. Because of that, it gives you the ability to produce and create more income quickly. Okay? And in traditional comp plans, they work by 5% per level down 10 levels, and you got to have 10,000 people in an organization to make any real money. Well, our comp plan's a lot simpler. Okay, 25 will go to one person. So if you sell, what this says here is Fast Start Training. This is actually the blogging system. Okay, it's just that in the back office, when you buy the blogging system actually appears above the news feed. You guys will probably see it. If you click on one of those buttons, that's actually how you can post out to your live blog. If you don't have the blog, you're going to see an Activate Now by the Fast Start Training. And if you click this, right, that's where you can actually go in and you can pay $25 a month. If your account is ever inactive for the blog, you'll get a grace email that'll give you a certain amount of time to repay before all your blog posts are removed. This is a product and a service that we've invested $3 million into the technology here, and you can have as many websites as you want on that blogging platform, but you got to keep paying your $25 a month. Okay, so we'll keep your credit cards on file that you guys authorize us to use for the products you select. You just click on the card, enter your security code to confirm your purchase, agree to these, and click buy. You can activate your blogging system. Now this is $25 a month, and it pays a $25 a month commission minus merchant fees. Okay. Sometimes people have a question about the merchant fees. We actually have a disclosure in the affiliate tools area. The reason we charge merchant fees is because we have merchant fees. So the merchant fee for the products we sell, I believe, is 6.5%. and that's from if you process a credit card, if you've ever had a company, credit card companies make their money by charging merchants a few percent on credit card transactions. And so that's what that's for, because if we didn't do that, of course, we'd go out of business from eating the fees, right? So this is 25, it pays 25 a month. The Inner Circle, this is a personal development membership. This is actually this product has actually paid more commissions out than any product in Empower Network. And a lot of people don't realize that. I actually looked at my own commissions, for example. This product's only $100 a month, and it's one of those things that just gets more valuable all the time, because what we do is we release about 1 new audio a week into that membership. And we've been doing that for 2 years. And so now we have audio training, which is, in my opinion, the best kind of training, because you don't have to sit in front of your computer. You can listen to it while you're walking, and you can listen to it while you're driving. You can listen to it on your way to work while you're cooking, right? Well, this is $100 a month. It pays $100 a month in commissions, right? So if one of your members is connected to you on the Inner Circle, right, then you're going to get $100 a month commission if they buy that product, as long as you're qualified to receive commissions on it, right? So this is actually, I checked my affiliate account today. I have earned just under 800. Actually, no, on this product, the Inner Circle, I have earned 1.3 or $1.4 million just on the Inner Circle in my own personal affiliate account, right? I actually asked Tony Rush. It's the product that's paid him the most money as well, and most of our leaders. So it's $100 a month. Okay, the Inner Circle is $100 a month, and I actually think it's our most important product. If you get your teams, if you're building a team in Empower, listening to the Inner Circle, your teams will stay around longer. They'll go to the events, and they'll buy more products, and they'll buy more of the upsells. And the reason is because this will keep them around. Why will it keep them around, and why is that important? And why is it important for you to stay around? I want to really emphasize this to you guys on the call. I know in advance most people who are new, who are here, probably will quit. And maybe that's a person sitting right next to you in a different town. But why do they do that? It's because they don't stay focused on their dreams. You need kind of a daily injection of inspiration and motivation and knowledge to keep you aimed towards your dreams. And you're never going to accomplish your dreams if you quit stuff all the time. So it's one of those things where it's like this catch-22. If you want to accomplish your dreams, you just got to stick around long enough to gain the knowledge to be able to really accomplish what you want. You might have some big days or some big months, but if you really want to get what you want to make it stable and long-term, you need to keep focused on your dreams. And the Inner Circle will do that for people because it's downtime education. They don't have to take any time out of their day, and people love those audios. I encourage you to go back there and to just play it whenever you're not doing anything that takes mental energy. If you're cooking, if you're cleaning, if you're driving to work, just play an audio in the background. Turn your car to a drive time university. That's what the Inner Circle is for, and we have audios on literally every marketing subject you could imagine, where you can learn the skill when you're not doing anything important, just in the background. That stuff slips into your unconscious mind. It changes your life if you just do it over a long period of time. Okay, Costa Rica Intensive. This is a $500 product. It pays a $500 commission, right? So if you sell a Costa Rica Intensive, it pays one person, and it's going to pay whoever it's connected to a $500 commission. And as long as you're qualified to receive commissions on that, if you sell one of these products and they fall on one of your codes, and I'll talk about that another time, you're going to earn a $500 commission. Okay, $500, right? The cool thing about this, I want you to think about this, is these 3 products by themselves give you a foundation to hit most of your goals. And why do they do that? Well, if you have a blog, right, you can promote any business that you want through our blogging strategy, right? If you have the Inner Circle is going to give you course corrections and keep you on the right track for a long enough period of time to be able to really hit your goals. The Costa Rica Intensive is going to give you the knowledge on how to build your team and hold it together in a way that's actually sustainable and will last for a long time. I have kept people around in my teams longer than anybody that I know in this industry, and I do it by the strategies I teach in the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive. This product was before Empower Network existed. It was in my home in Costa Rica. It was a $3,000 seminar. It's one of the coolest things that we've got. And also, it pays a $500 commission if you are an affiliate, and as long as you're qualified for this product. I encourage you to, of course, buy it. And if you're qualified for the product and you earn a $500 commission, now think about this. One new customer can generate you $625 in commissions. Okay, one new $25 customer. They come in, they keep buying, and you can earn $625 in commissions from one customer, and then $125 a month. right? So how many customers does it take to hit your goal, right? Is the question. If you're an affiliate here, that's your goal. How many customers does it take? Well, if you've got the fast start training in the inner circle and you want to make $10,000 a month, well, it's about 70 or 80 people on those subscriptions, right? $125 a month multiplied by 70 or 80, it's right around $10,000 a month. That's a lot of people to get in a short time for most people. However, if you have the $500 product, how many do you need to bring in? Right? Well, it's a little bit different. If I pull out a calculator here, let me actually show this to you guys so you guys can understand it. 10,000, let's say that's your goal. A lot of people had a goal that was similar to that, so I'll just use that as an example. Divided by 625 equals 16. So all of a sudden it becomes easier to hit your goal if you can bring in less people and make more money per customer. Now, is everybody who joins your team gonna buy up to the $500 product? No. But I'll tell you, I get an unbelievable amount of people to buy that product. Why? Because I believe in it so much, because I know what's in it. I know how transformational the information is. I wish I had known the information back in 2002, right? But in addition to the information, in addition to the product, I believe that it's very difficult for people to earn money quickly if they're average people and not superheroes, which honestly most of us start there. Even if we're superheroes later, originally we're average, right? Because we don't know the skills here yet, right? But it's very difficult for most people to create decent incomes if they can't earn a higher level of commissions. And so it's great information. It's an incredibly well produced, well thought out, systemic product that teaches you how to build a business that stays around and holds together. Remember, I taught that after I'd been doing this and keeping teams together on the line, living in the mountains in Costa Rica for 2 years, and it's a $500 commission. So if you can earn a $500 commission, I want to put something in perspective here. The month we launched Empower Network, David Sharp and I earned $250,000 in our affiliate account our first month, okay, in Empower Network. We only had these 3 products when Empower Network launched. We had the Fast Start, the Inner Circle, and the Costa Rica Intensive. It's all we had, right? So all those commissions, it was actually just over $200,000. It was actually about a 45-day window because it was a pre-launch for 2 weeks, and then it was a launch. And that wasn't from company income. That was because we had no company income at the time. That was from solely bringing in new customers and upgrading those other products. And in our first 45 days, it was a couple $100,000, right? Now, are you going to do that? Probably not. You're probably more new than I was, and you probably don't know how to do the things I knew how to do when we started in 2011. And that's okay. The point is that if you can earn higher ticket commissions, you're going to be able to make money faster. And you'll just sell 10 times more of that stuff if you own it. And by owning it, I don't mean buying it. What I mean is owning it on the inside. You see, when I got in this industry, I didn't care what the products were. It didn't matter to me, right? And I think that attitude caused me a lot of problems when I was new because somebody asked, "What's the product?" I was like, "It doesn't matter. Just get in and give money." Well, that attitude isn't good because the reality is if you don't have a testimonial about the product and people don't see a real reason why they should buy it, right? You can't sell it, can you? You can't get somebody to just buy it as a customer. You can't really legitimize your business. And your business is really legitimized by the customers in your business, by proving that people buy this without an opportunity. You can't do that if you don't own the information on the inside. So I tell everybody, you need the Costa Rica Intensive. You need to buy it because I know it's in it, right? It's a great product. And that information will transform every business you ever build for the rest of your life. The 15K formula is our tactician product. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you want a plan of an executable plan, I'm actually making a new sales video for this right now that I should finish tonight. I'm hoping I'm going to finish tonight, but I need to finish with this in order to finish it. This is a $1,000 product. It pays a $1,000 commission. Okay. Now, but this product, it's more than just a commission. This is our tactician product. It teaches you how to use the science of advertising to build your business. See, most people end up building a business originally they get in and if they're going to have success, they do it on excitement, right? People come in, they're pumped, they don't know what's going on, and they just go and they start blogging and taking action, they start making money. And a lot of times, and this is something that happens to folks, and whether it's an Empower Network, whether they're building another business, they start making money and they start getting success, and they don't know why it's happening, and they just kind of keep doing whatever they're doing, and they kind of fizzle out, and their income dries up, right? And they don't know why, and they don't know what happened. Well, what happened is that they don't know the information in the 15K formula that allows them to sustain growing an income in a marketing business. They don't know how to do it. Because they don't know how to do it, they're just running on fuel. And fuel can get you somewhere. Fuel can get you some good months. But fuel isn't going to build you a future. It's not going to build you a dynasty. Right? You need a strategy. So the 15K formula is the science of how to use scientific marketing to make $15,000 a month and hold it together. All right, and this product is amazing. When we were recording this product, and we re-record it once every year and a half, depending on when we need to update things, when things need to be updated or changed. You know, and you get the updates for free. But when we made this product, I asked people after every webinar, because I was the one that organized the course material for this. I asked people after every webinar, I said, how many of you thought that was worth at least $5,000 just for that webinar? And at every webinar, we had 50 to 250 comments of people that said that information by itself was worth over $5,000. This course is invaluable. It will change your life. And not only will it change your life, it'll change your customers' lives. And when you sell one, you'll earn a $1,000 commission. So I encourage you to go through it, create a story from the information in it, and then go out there in the marketplace with that story and make some sales. Now I want you to think about something for a second. You have that same goal, and all of a sudden you can earn $1,625 a customer, right? How many people does it now take to hit your goal? 10,000 a month, right? Divided by 1,625 equals 6. Right? So all of a sudden you've reduced hitting your goal down to 6 people in a month if you can earn all the way up to those products, right? Now, is everybody in your team going to buy all those products? No, obviously not. Obviously not. But we have a commission system where if somebody's not qualified to receive a commission, the commission will just pass up through kind of unlimited levels of people to the next person who's qualified to earn the commission. There's only 2 ways you can qualify. You can qualify through customer sales, right, which is going to be go out and getting some customer sales, which are non-affiliate sales. The other way you can qualify for commissions on the 15K formula is by being your own customer, right, by purchasing it yourself. And so if you're not qualified, you'll pass up some commissions and some power lines and lose some sales, and that's okay, right? We're not going to be mad at you for that. We just want to make you aware of it, right? So we've got the $1,000 product here, 15K formula, $1,000 commission. Now, Master's course pays a $3,000 commission, and it's a $3,500 product. And this is really the science of mastery. You know, people get into this industry. Hold on a second. Somebody just sent me a text. People get in this industry, and they don't really have any kind of an action plan to really get to a new level of success in their business. They don't really know what to do when they run into, like, you know, an income in they run into it. Hold on just one second. I gotta send a text to my lady here. They don't really know. Excuse me. They don't really know. They don't really know. You know. Excuse me, got distracted. They don't really know how to get to the next level in their business, right? And so the Master's course is a course of mastery. It tells you how to break through different areas of getting stuck in your business, so you just never have to get stuck. You can learn from our experience. Because what you're going to find as you're building a team, as you're building an organization, whether it's here, whether it's in a juice company, whether it's in an affiliate company, is you're going to find there are ceilings to doing things in different ways, right? When you're doing things, for example, I spent years doing things, doing one methodology, right? Well, that limited my ability to make money because I just kind of kept doing it, expecting it to grow past that without ever having a strategy to get to the next level. This is the Strategic Mastery Program, and it's really designed for people who really want to break through in their business. And when you sell one, it's a $3,500 product. It pays a $3,000 commission, $3,000. So if you could imagine selling one of these in a day, a lot of people, if you think about it like this, okay, I want you to consider this for a moment. A lot of people, they make the average income in the most developed, richest countries in the world is about $3,000 a month, right? That's the average income in the richest countries in the world, right? If you sell one of these products and you earn a $3,000 commission, you will have a day that is the average income of most months for most people, right? A day, could you imagine that? Now, will you do it every day? No, I don't sell one of these every day, but that's my aim. Right? So this stacked on top of each other, here's what happens. As you start building a team and an organization, people come in and maybe they wait a day to buy the Inner Circle, or maybe they get on a conference call and they buy the Costa Rica, or maybe they come to one of these trainings and they buy the 15K formula, or maybe they stick around and they come to one of our events and then they see all the success and they decide that they're going to go all in, they're going to buy the master's course. And all of a sudden, you'll start having these commissions coming in from people that have been around for a long time. You'll build a team and people will start bringing people at the blog, but they won't be qualified for the Inner Circle. And then a $100 a month commission will pass up from several levels down as you're building your organization, as long as you're qualified. And if not, that's fine. They can pass to me or pass to your leader or whoever else is qualified. It's fine. Now here are the rest of the products. This product is core to the company because we run a weekly competition based off of the profit sharing on this. This is a $297 product. It pays a $200 commission. And the 97 is divided, half goes to the company and half of it is paid out in a bonus pool for the top affiliates that week. We announce those contests every Monday on our Empower Hour conference call at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Every week you are going to get an email that has the number of that call. It's the same number every week. You don't need an access code. It's live every Monday. And if you really want to break through, you'll be on that call, and we'll talk about that. But buy Viral Blogging Academy. This is the system on how to use your blog specifically to create a lasting, sustainable business. The High Ticket Academy. This is how to sell more high ticket stuff. This is a $497 product. Pays a $497 commission. Internet Traffic Formula. Okay, I don't even actually know if you can activate that right now. Oh yeah, you can't buy it yet, right? Why? Because we're launching it next month. Now this is actually going to be a massive launch. This is produced by our #1 earner, Vic Strizhouse, right? Vic Strizhouse has earned over $3 million with Empower Network. He's the only people outside Dave Sharp and I that have done that, and he did it in a year. All right, he is a brilliant marketer, and this is going to be a science of traffic. So I encourage you guys to get on board for the launch. It's going to be next month, and we're going to help you learn how to have your biggest month ever, right? I don't even know. I'm going to turn that off. Right, and then media hosting is a non-commissionable product. We built this so you can upload your videos and stuff to Empower Network and host your content here, because that way YouTube won't shut you down ever. Right, so that's what all of our products are. And I want to explain what they are to give you an orientation here, so you know what you can get your hands on. We don't make products every single month. We're not constantly launching something because we're committed to providing value and only launching stuff that makes sense to your businesses, okay? So if we come out with something, it's quality. And the reason I believe it's quality is because we have more people making money here than anybody ever in any kind of affiliate marketing company ever in the internet. There's just nobody like us, right? And we've gotten bigger than anybody, and it blows everybody away what we do. Because of that, we attract the best people. Because we attract the best people, we have the ability to have them train in our products. Hold on, just go check my phone real quick. We're almost done. And because of that, when we come up with something, we recommend that you buy it. We're making a recommendation that is a recommendation that I believe you should listen to. I have always ran my business under the ethics that I will not sell something to you or tell you to buy something that I don't believe is in the best interest of your business. For example, I don't believe it's in everybody's best interest in here to buy the master's course. It's not everybody's goals to do the things that the master's course teaches. It might be in the future, however, it's not in everybody's best interest, right? If you want to make money, I do believe it's in your best interest to get all the way up to the 15K formula without question. If you're serious about making anything more than a couple $1,000 a month on the internet, you need up to the 15K formula. You just need it, because that is going to give you the whole package of a formula on really how to build any business online. And we've had people go other places after building businesses here and succeed elsewhere with that information. I'm actually collecting testimonials for it right now because I'm finishing up the video. And the information, the quality, the structure of it will blow you away in all of it, right? So if we look at this, there's some benefits, there's some problems. Now, I'm going to talk about that for a second. Some people look at that and say, God, that's a lot of training, right? Well, yeah, it is, right? Because we want to really give you what you need to succeed in your business, right? So there's a couple of types of responses a few types of responses that people have to that. They say, well, I'm going to just go through everything before I take action. Guys, don't do that, right? Because this is what you want to do. You want to buy the products that are appropriate to you right now. And here's what I want you to ask the question. I want you to look at your income goal, okay? And then divide the commissions you can make now, based off selling what you have, right, into your income goal and see how many customers you need a month. If that number's too big, I want you to ask yourself, what number isn't too big, right? And if you say, well, I could bring in 10 people in a month or whatever, right? Then you need to buy all the way up to whatever you can is enable you to hit that goal with the products you have, right? Why? Because that makes sense for a business person, right? And it's really not a lot of money if you look at the value in what we're doing, and you look at the knowledge and the education, and you look at what other people sell on the internet, even who have good products compared to the value and the information of what we sell. It's not even comparable for the cost. And so you're really, really, really in the right place at the right time. Congratulations on being part of our community. So here's the thing. What are you going to upgrade to, and what are you going to focus on selling? All of you need to be in these 4 products. The Fast Start, and you need the Buyer Blogging Academy. The Buyer Blogging Academy is just kind of a no-brainer. It's only $297. But these 4 products, you say, well, I can't do this right now, and it's really honest. You don't have the ability. No matter what, get up to here. Because if you're up to here, Fast Start, Inner Circle, Costa Rica Intensive, I will actually be doing a training sometime next week just for people who have all 3 of these products, right? And you'll need to have all these 3 products to attend the training. But if you have these 3 products, you have the ability to go at least make an income. It's not requiring you to purchase them. We don't. You can get customers, right, and qualify. You're just going to have a very hard time doing it because there's 2 parts of the sales process. Okay, there's what we do, which works, right? I sell a lot of stuff without you doing much. There's what we do that works, but then there's what you do, right? And what you do matters. And if you don't know what's in this product, your people won't buy it because you're going to find it's unbelievably consistent that people will only do what you do. They'll only do what you do. And if you don't buy the 15K formula, not very many of your people will buy the 15K formula. If you're making financial excuses, a lot of your people are going to make financial excuses. It's unbelievable how consistent it is. Sometimes people come up and they say, nobody will buy this product. And I say, do you have it? And they're like, and I say, well, of course they're not, because you're feeding your excuses to them unconsciously without being aware of it. And if you do that, you're going to lower the success of your team. Just think about it like this. If you really have somebody's best interest in mind, right, you're going to do whatever it takes to get them to make the decisions they really need to make in order to be successful. That's what you're going to do, right? So that's what I'm here to do. So what I want you to do in your notes, in your journal or whatever, write down a date that you will be all in and on all of our products. Okay, a commitment. And I want you to say, what am I going to upgrade to by the end of the night? No matter what, get to our ticket, get to our event in Seattle. This is a 3-day event, right? Like we had feedback, from our last event where somebody, my buddy Chris, who I've known since I've been 12, he said, well, I guess I don't need to go to a Tony Robbins, $25,000 seminar or $10,000 seminar anymore because I just got it for $97. These are really world-class shows, and you want to be there. And it's not just about the show, because most people, they go to an event and they just get hawked stuff for 3 days. We actually don't do that. What we do at our events is our goal is to give you the information, the knowledge you need to get to the next level in your business. So if you're serious about building a business, if you're serious about building a future, if you're serious about creating change in your life and change in your future and change in your income and change in your persona, your energy, your charisma, right? You need to get to our events. You need to be an affiliate, right? And really, how do you build this? I'm going to give you a 3-minute, 5-minute formula here, okay? And let me put the camera back on me because you know where to buy everything. Log in and buy what you need to buy right now. And I want you guys to make decisions to do something that's going to change your life. Let's talk about this here for a second, then I got to run, right? Well, here's the formula, okay? Let me give it to you. You take your monthly number, okay? And you need to create a system that's a daily system to hit it. And if you don't think daily, you won't make money daily, right? And if you don't make money daily, right, you're not really in business. You need to be having customers every day, right? What's a doctor if a doctor, only has 1 customer a week come in? I asked the doctor in the seminar, and I said, how many people do you need to see every day to make $100,000 a year net, not gross, but net? You know what he told me? He said, in my profession, 17 people a day. And that's after paying for his secretary and his equipment, his insurance, and all the stuff he has to pay for to make $100,000 a year. I said, 17 people a day. I was like, dude, you are in the wrong business, man. I just couldn't do that. I mean, wonder why doctors have more heart attacks than anybody, right? That might not be true, but I think that's true. So 17 a day. Like, wow. But you need to be thinking daily. Because if you're not thinking daily, you won't be producing daily. And if you're not producing daily, can you make a full-time income? Well, if you don't make money at your job every day, do you really have an income? Right? Think about this like you think about a business or a job. Right? If you go to a job, right, if you make 20 bucks an hour and you work 8 hours a day, that's 160 bucks a day. That's your life. Right? So if you take your monthly income, you reduce it into daily, what needs to happen today? Sales. And what do you focus on? You focus on the $25 product. How do you do that? Your capture page. You send people to your capture page. The sales video converts about 3% revenue, right? So if you send 30 people there, one will buy the video. So you focus on daily sales. That's your aim. Always daily. Always daily. Always daily. If you're working, what are you doing? If you're working, you're creating sales. Because if you're not doing that, you're not working. Right? You're not working if what you're doing isn't going to create sales. Right? Being on training is good because you need the training. But training isn't working. It's the same thing as being in school doesn't make you money as a doctor. Because you're not a doctor till after the school. When you're a doctor, you need to be seeing clients. To make money, you need to be having sales. And think daily. That's what I always say is daily. Now, not everybody does that, and that's fine. Right? If you want to bring in one person a week or whatever and poke along, it's fine. I always like for fast strategies, though. If you really want to build a big business unbelievably quickly, here's what I tell people to do. I tell people to do what barely anybody does. Because it's honest. I tell them bring in 2 people a day, follow the 8 core steps, and get people to our events. The 8 core steps are in the Fast Start training. It's about an hour of whole training to learn the 8 core steps. Right? Bring in 2 people a day, follow the 8 core steps, get people to our events. That's for unbelievably fast growth. Because that's honest. Right? It's not you get 2 and they get 2 and they get 2. It's you bring in 2 people a day and follow the 8 core steps and get people to our events. Right? If somebody wants to build a 6-figure income and they want to be a professional here, I tell them to bring in at least 1 person a day and average 5 to 7 days a week. Right? So that means 5 to 7 people a week. Right? That you want to bring in. Just on the blogging system. We're not talking about buying everything. Why? Because it's honest. If you want to be a professional, you need to learn a professional level of income. If you want a 6-figure income, you got to have a client every day, right? How do you do that? You produce a sale. It's honest, right? That's why I like it. Now, who's going to produce the sale? You. I'll make the videos, right? We'll make the structure, we'll make the products, but who's going to sell it? You. And if you don't do the work, it's not going to get sold, right? Now, what do I tell somebody who they're just going to poke along? I say, no matter what, bring in a person a week. Bring in 1 new customer a week. 1 new person a week. Because if you're bringing somebody in every 7 days, you'll start to believe more in what's possible. Because you'll start to have neat stuff happen over the course of the next 10 weeks or so. But no matter what, every piece of energy is asking the question, how can what I do right now result in the amount of sales that I need to happen today to hit my daily goal? How can what I'm doing right now result in the amount of sales that's going to produce the daily goal that I have for my business? Right? How can what I do today, if your goal is $10,000 a month, how is what I'm going to do today going to average out to $333 in income from what I do today? Every day, you need to be putting in the work that's going to average out to $333 in income if you want to make $10,000 a month. And if you think like that, you can do things that are unbelievable. If you think this is your responsibility, not somebody else's. This is not the sales video's responsibility. This is yours. And your responsibility is, no matter what, on a daily basis, to bring in enough people to hit your goal. Right? No matter what, to bring in enough people to hit your goal. That is a fair, honest response. Is that fair? Right? That's what you focus on. How getting people to the sales video. How do you do that? Follow the strategies in Viral Blogging Academy. Follow the strategy, the real strategy of the 15K formula. If you really want to do it fast. Right? Get people to the video, follow up with them, learn to close through email, right? We talk about in the 15K formula. I'm making the video for that right now. It should be up a little bit later tonight or tomorrow morning. Okay? That makes sense. So what do you do if you want to grow fast? 2 a day, the 8 core steps, get people to the events. If you want to be a professional at least, what do? Right? At least a person a day, at least 1 a day, right? Follow the 8 core steps, get people to the events. Getting people to the events will hold your community together, right? If you want to be a weekend warrior, right? A lot of you are here for that, and that's okay. No matter what, somebody comes in every week because you're working 2 hours a day. You need to be focused on asking the question, how can what I do bring somebody in? How can what I do bring somebody in? How can what I do bring a new person in? How can what I do bring a new person in? Right? No matter what, somebody comes in, you do whatever it takes to do it. And if you think like that, you're going to hit it, because thinking is more important than the action steps that you need to take to hit that. Because if your mind's messed up, right, I could tell you the strategies and it won't work. But if your mind's on track, even if my strategy's bad, it still will work because you'll adjust it on your own. Because you're going to hit your goal no matter what, and always asking the question, how can I do this more efficiently? How can I do this better? How can I do this faster and more powerfully, right? How can I hit my goal more quickly? How can I get a person in more fast with less effort with less money, right? Now, if you really want to do next, buy the 50-50 formula. That's what you got to do. Does that make sense? Does that help you guys? We're good? So welcome to Empower Network. What do you do next? Number 1, buy the products you need. Number 2, right? Get your ticket to the event. Number 3, get on this next Monday's call, right? We have a call, but you listen to the replay of the, let me show you. If you go to your back office here, you can listen to the replay for Monday's call, I believe. I actually know this is a couple weeks old. Okay, you can click play and you can listen to this audio. If you click on the inner circle, we should have the calls up from the last couple of weeks. You can listen to those calls there as well. All right, listen to those calls, start the education in your downtime. I will see you on the beach of the world. I appreciate you guys, and welcome aboard. Bye-bye.